Yud Tes, V'zehu inyan hanitzוח shemushrash betzem hanefesh, and this is the concept of the conquering, the netzach that's rooted in the essence of the soul, ma shelamayla mikochos hagloim, that which is above the revealed abilities of the soul, the ratzon hagaloy umochin, of revealed will and intellect, ulechein b'midas hanetzach yecholim lahagia le'otzar ha'elyon. Therefore, that's why with this concept of conquering, going beyond oneself, iskafian, hafchens, and so forth, you can reach the supernal treasure house. Perush diskalus v'am shachas otzar ha'elyon hu b'midas hanetzach. That is to say, that the revelation and drawing down of the supernal treasure house is through this attribute of netzach, of conquering. V'zeu psichas ha'otzros be'es ha'milchama, and that's the opening of the treasure houses at the time of battle. The eker inyan ha'milchama hu ha'nitzuach, that the main concept of battle is to conquer and be victorious. Hu psichas and in order to conquer the enemy, az poschim gam ha'otzros ha'kamusim, that's when we also open the hidden treasures. V'chol hon yakar shebeha'otzros nitan la'anshei ha'chayil, and all the precious treasures of these treasure houses are given to the soldiers. Shehem hem hamenatzchim, that they're the ones who actually win the battle. Hagam shemisiras ha'otzer al yidei sarim upakidim davka, even though the giving over of the treasure house is given to the ministers and the commanders specifically, like the rabbis and leaders of the generation who have this Otzar of Yoshamayim and the secrets and Torah that they give over to the Anshei Chayil of Alakavana Pnimis Ha'anshei Chayil, but the true intention is that it should be given over to the men of battle. Asher behem val yadam b'hanitzuach b'pol, that with them and through them comes the actual victory. V'zeu v'gam netzach Yisrael, and this is the idea of also the victory of Yisrael. She'anetzach hu b'shvil Yisrael, that this concept of netzach is for Yisrael, for all of people. V'gam guf of Yisrael, v'gam guf hanitzachon hu nitzachon shel Yisrael, and also the victory is not the victory of the ministers and commanders, but the victory of Yisrael. Nitzachon shel Yisrael as a whole, lihiyos shehem nikraot tzivos havaya, that is because they're the ones who are called the army of Havaya. Lechein hine lifneim poschim utzros shel hamayla, that's why it's opened in front of them these treasure houses of above, in order to be victorious over the enemy, and to have this concrete victory of Israel. And because of this concept of Netzach Yisrael, that in Yisrael, that in Yisrael you have this attribute of victory. That's why they're called the army of Havaya, the Tzvos, because they have this concept of Netzach in them to reach all the way on high to Pnimis HaKeser. And like it's brought in the Medrash on Tehillim, Shochar Tov, that on the verse, let me know the path of life. Amar David lifnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that David said in front of the Holy One, blessed be He, Todi'ini orachaim chulu, let me know the path of life. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu le David. So the Holy One, blessed be He, said to David, Chaim at boy, tzapeh le Torah, if you desire life, gaze at the Torah, gaze towards the Torah. Shenemar eitz chaim hilamar chazikim bachu, like it says that it is a tree of life to those who hold on to it, and so forth. So the concept of the Torah is sometimes an idea of Tiferes, and the Eitz Chaims of the Torah, you have the two poles, the two wooden poles that hold it up. That's the Netzach and Hod, the supports. B'Medrash Rabbah Vayikra Pasha Lamed. In Medrash Rabbah it's brought. So that's again the concept of Netzach. That's the concept of Torah is connected here. So now he brings from the Medrash Rabbah Vayikra Sheva Sovas Machos Espanecha. It says to be satiated with joy in your countenance. Mefarish Sova Lashon Sheva, and he explains there in the Medrash that satiation is from the language of seven. The Sheva Smachos B'Haroim Espanecha, that there are seven joys in those who behold your countenance, ukam amram, and like they say, elu zayin katos tzadikim, that these refer to the seven groups of the righteous, shasid in lahakbil pnei shechina v'chulu, that are in the future will receive the countenance of the divine presence, and so forth. Ne'imos mincha netzach, pleasantness with your right hand forever, but specifically netzach, that this pleasantness is coming from Netzach. And who's going to tell us which one of these groups is the most prized and the most pleasant of them? One says that which comes from the strength of Torah, and from the strength of mitzvos. A different one said, these refer to the scribes and the teachers, Shemelamdin Tinokos, that teach the children, Bamitasan, in truth, Sheinasidin La'amud B'yamino Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that they will stand on the right hand of the Holy One, blessed be He, Hadohu Dichsiv, as it's written, Ne'imos B'yamin Chanetzach, the pleasant ones are on your right hand forever. They're called Zehu Lefisha Etzamani Tzachon Shaykh Lish Nishamas Yisrael Davka, and that's because the essence of the conquering has to do with those the souls of Israel specifically, that it's not necessarily the ones who are excel in Torah and mitzvos, but the ones who are on the battleground teaching children and writing the Torah and so forth, in actuality to teach and so forth. So meaning to say that the nitzachon has to do again with these soldiers on the ground and not with the commanders, even though they might be given the otzros to give out. So it's a similar idea here from the Medrash Rabbah. Like it's brought in Medrash Rabbah on the verse, and you should take for yourselves on the first day the inyan halulavhu v'gam netzach Yisrael, that the concept of the lulav is that also the victory of Israel, as is known, that the one who has the lulav in their hand after the court case, that they're the ones who are victorious. That the concept of Israel is victorious in judgment. And this is the concept of pleasantness in your right hand forever, or victory. That when the lulav is in your right hand, then you know, then he's seen to be the one who is victorious, who can mashal, and like the allegory. That's brought in the Medrash. That two who went into judgment, and we don't know yet who was victorious, but the one who holds the ba'ayin in his hand, the one who holds the palm frond and the myrtle in his hand, Anan Yedian Dehu Natzach, that's how we know who is victorious. Kach Yisrael Chulu, so too with Israel, Anu Yodin Yisrael Inu Nitzachaya, we know that Israel, they were victorious. because we hold the lulav and esrog and the hadas v'chlalus b'avodu nitzachon hanefesh elokis al hanefesh bahamis, and in general in service of Hashem, it's the concept of the victory of the divine soul over the animalistic soul that we're discussing here. The iskafia nisafka v'alidezeh sheha'adam b'avodasu b'torah mitzvos v'tfilah, and through this that a person in their service with Torah and mitzvos and prayer, minatzech es hanefesh bahamis, we conquer the animalistic soul. Through this, because the victory above, to push down the other side, and for this reason, you had the revelation of the supernal storehouse. In order that you reach Pnimis HaKeser from the Netzach of the Shtus Kedusha and so forth.